On the news tonight, 2023 appropriation bill passes second reading following its presentation by the governor. Kwara State governor made civil servants as he swears in new commissioners and special advisor. NTA destroys illicit drugs worth billions in Kwara State. Plus updates from the world of entertainment and sports. Good evening and welcome to the Nigerian Television Authority NTA ILORIN NewsTonight, and I am Olajide Bello. Many thanks for joining us. Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak of Kwara State has presented the 2023 appropriation bill of 189.4 billion naira to the House of Assembly. The governor said the budget is built around the state's sustainable development plan, medium-term sector strategy, and citizens' needs assessment. Raliat Ibrahim has the report.
The proposed appropriation bill for the 2023 fiscal year has a recurrent expenditure of 49.1% and capital component of 50.9%. The proposal is premised on oil price of $70 per barrel, daily oil production estimate of 1.69 million barrels per day, and an exchange rate of 435 naira to $1 United States dollar. According to Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak, the proposed budget is that of economic expansion and sustainable development with focus on strengthening the current gains of his administration.
The budget places emphasis on continuous infrastructure development, completion of ongoing projects, agribusiness irrigation and mechanization, working towards road electrification and improvement in water accumulation, amongst others.
Speaker Yakubu Danladi Saliu promised to accord the budget proposal speedy passage.
Your Excellency also deserves commendation for sustaining the zeal and fulfilling the obligation of the state to counterpart funds in all sectors.
The presentation was attended by government officials, traditional rulers and APC members and supporters. Raliat Ibrahim, NTA News.
The House of Assembly of Kwara State has passed for second reading the 2023 appropriation bill. The passage of the bill followed debate on the general principles led by House Leader Abubakar Magaji. Kende Omolosho has the details.
The legislators expressed hope that the appropriation bill tagged Budget of Economic Expansion and Sustainable Development, when passed, will enhance development of the state. The budget in their submission, though ambitious, is realistic in view of the revenue projections upon which it was predicted. They identified key critical projects like rural electrification, improved water reticulation, and welfare of workers and pensioners as plausible.
The 2022 budget aims, among others, continuity of infrastructural development across all senatorial districts in the state.
The proposed year 2023 budget has all it takes for the state to sustain the ongoing economic expansion and development.
150 million naira for construction of police posts in 8 different locations across the state to aid the Nigerian police in discharge of their duties.
Let me remind you of the need for thorough scrutiny and critical and objective assessment of all proposals. Also ensure that our respective constituencies are carried along in the spray of projects contained in proposed estimates.
Speaker Yakubu Danladi Saliu challenged the lawmakers to be meticulous as they dissolve into subcommittees for further deliberations on the budget. Kende Omolosho, NTA News.
Kwara State Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak has inaugurated 2 new commissioners and a special advisor amidst a minor cabinet reshuffle. He admonished the appointees to be committed to serving the people. Details will come in our subsequent bulletin. And also, Kwara State Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak says workers' welfare remains his administration's priority in view of their critical roles in driving governance. He stated these while addressing civil servants at the banquet hall of the Government House. Raliat Ibrahim reports that the forum was interactive.
The Civil Service Week affords the workforce in the state the opportunity to review its performance and chart a course for improved service delivery. This year, Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak decided to make it interactive, wherein workers can tell him areas that needed to be improved upon. The governor, however, addressed the workers before listening to their challenges. He dismissed the rumor that if re-elected, civil servants may be sacked, promising to continue to make their welfare a priority.
The wages need to be improved, certainly. And I know it will be improved next year, obviously, because subsidy will go. And the pressure of subsidy means that NLC-TUC will come back to government for improved wages because of inflationary effects of subsidy removal. So we know that is certainly going to come. By this time next year, there will be increase in salaries as well as expected. That will naturally happen.
Issues raised by civil servants include reintroduction of leave bonus, better wages, housing and car loans, as well as introduction of paternity leave and extension of maternity leave from 3 to 6 months, among others. Kwara State Head of Service, Modupe Susan Oluwole, appreciated the state governor for always meeting the needs of workers and called on workers in the state to be diligent and productive. The 2022 Civil Service Week in Kwara State will be capped with an award night where outstanding civil servants will be recognized. Raliat Ibrahim, NTA News.
You're watching NTA ILORIN News Tonight. We shall be back after this break.
Checkers custard no hard to make. Just mix the custard powder with small water. Pour water wey just boil. And as you dey stir am, e go come dey thick. Checkers custard dey smooth and the smell dey totori. Enjoy am with akara, masa, moi beans or even plantain.
Mommy, done ready.
Make you go for correct custard where they nourish body. Better custard for everybody for the family. Checkers. Now correct custard be that.
Glad to know you're still there. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency Kwara Command has destroyed 24.6 tons of illicit narcotic drugs worth billions of naira. Other security agencies as well as the Kwara State Governor Abdulrahman Abdulrazak were part of those who joined NDLEA in destroying the illicit drugs in Ilorin, the Kwara State capital. Aisha Abubakar Yahya has the details.
The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, Kwara Command, has also arrested a total of 364 suspects for drug offences from January till date, while the command has also secured 44 convictions so far. Most of these drugs, according to NDLEA, were brought into Kwara from neighboring states like Osun, Ekiti, Ondo, and Ogun states. Illicit drugs being destroyed by the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency Kwara Command includes cocaine, cannabis sativa, heroin, as well as psychotropic substances, which were seized within the last 9 years, while 1,848 suspects were arrested in connection with these drugs. The destruction exercise is also an indication of the determination of the NDLEA to not only rid Kwara State of illicit drugs and its consequences, but to also ensure that the state does not appear on subsequent list of states where drug abuse is most prevalent.
As government is concerned, the issue of drugs in our society is huge, and it's just too destructive to overlook. And we, as the government, will cooperate with you, will work with you to do more to reduce this menace in the society.
Let me use this opportunity to reiterate our determination to rid Nigeria of narcotic drugs and all its value chain, be it cultivation, processing, importation, exportation, and consumption.
There will be no hiding place for the illicit drug dealers in the state. We shall, by the grace of God and with the support of the stakeholders and well-meaning citizens of Kwara State, fish them out and make them face the full right of the law.
The public destruction exercise is taking place in all the 36 states of the Federation and the FCT. Aisha Abubakar Yahya, NTA News.
Grammy Award-winning singer Damini Ogulu, also known as Burna Boy, was one of the big winners at the 2022 Mobile Awards. Aisha Abubakar Yahya has details of this and more from the world of entertainment.
Burna Boy, who had been nominated under the category of Best International Act at the Mobiles, alongside the likes of Kendrick Lamar, Beyonce, Chris Brown and Drake, came out tops as the winner of the award. Burna also won the Best African Act, beating Ashake, Rema, Fireboy and Omale, which brings the Stars Mobile Award wins to a total of 3, following his 2021 win as the Best International Act. Meanwhile, Afrobeat star Ashake has released the music video to his hit song, Organize, off his debut album, Mr. Money with the Vibe. Like many of the videos directed by T.G. Omori, the video features many people, with the main setting being an examination hall, which she says symbolizes stages humans have to pass through to achieve greatness. In another development, filming has officially commenced for Femi Ogunsanwo's Hearst action film titled The Naija Job. The thriller, which is set against the backdrop of big city politics in Nigeria's economic capital, is promised to be an entertaining ride. Aisha Abubakar Yahaya, NTA News.
And on sport, the rush for gold medals have started at the opening ceremony as host Delta State picked the first gold medal in the cycling event at the 21st National Sports Festival holding in Asaba, the Delta State capital. David Tuta has details of these and more on Sports Tidbit.
Delta cyclists beat 3 other states including Oyo, Plateau and Lagos to emerge winners in the 12-kilometer mixed relay decided on Ibusa Road earlier. Events like table tennis, cricket, softball and basketball have commenced fully, while Scrabble, Judo, Taekwondo and kickboxing are billed to start on Friday. Team Kwara won 3-0 against Ogun State in table tennis. In table tennis women category, making it through to the round of 16. Kano Pillars has appointed Evans Ogenyi as the new technical advisor ahead of their campaign in the Nigeria National League (NNL) after being relegated from the Elite League last season. In a statement released by the acting chairman of the club, Alhaji Ibrahim Galadima, on Thursday stated that Mr. Ogenyi will be assisted by Chief Coach Ibrahim Musa, Coach Ahmad Garba, Assistant Coach Gambo Mohammed and Abbas Awalu as goalkeeper trainer. He also stated that the appointment is with immediate effect, adding that they are to start assembling players of the club for training from today. Super Eagles midfielder Ramon Aziz is set to get a club after many months of being without one since August 31st, 2021 when Galadima terminated his contract. According to Spanish media, Aziz is interested in teaming up with Spanish Segunda Division side Real Zaragoza after failure to attract serious suitors over the last 2 transfer windows, despite his tremendous experience in Spanish football. David Tuta, NTA News.
The need for Muslims to live a life worthy of emulation and abide by the teachings of the Quran as well as the tradition of Prophet Muhammad have been emphasized. The National Missioner of Ansarul Islam Society of Nigeria, Sheikh Abdulmumin Ayara, gave the admonition during the Fidal for the late Zakaria Abdusalam Adabale. Abduwaid Bibiri was there and now reports.
Family, friends and associates of late Zakaria Abdusalam Adabale converged on the residence of the deceased Okekere quarters in Ilorin metropolis to pray for the repose of his soul. An Ilorin-based Islamic scholar, Sheikh Abdulmumin Ayara, described as worrisome the way many people lived nowadays as if they would not give account of their deeds. The sympathizers were told that Allah would not inquire from them how worthy they were on the day of judgment, but how pious and committed to the dictate of their creator. Ustaz Labib Nababa led other notable Islamic scholars in the recitation of some verses from the Quran for the repose of the soul of the deceased. Children and associates of late Zakaria Abdusalam Adabale comment on his life and times.
He's a good father that we will never forget his role in bringing us up as sons.
My late father happened to be a God-fearing man, very disciplined and bundle of mercy.
The man has lived an impactful life because he taught the life of everyone.
Late Zakaria Abdusalam Adabale died on Sunday, 27th November 2022 during a brief illness. He was aged 96. He is survived by children, grandchildren and great-grandchildren, among whom is Abdul Latif Adabale of the Programs Department, NTA ILORIN. Abdulwahid Bibiri, NTA News.
And up next is the weather forecast for Friday, 2nd of December 2022. And that's it on NTA ILORIN News Tonight. Many thanks for being a part of it. I am Olajide Bello. Good evening.